All right, welcome. Today we're diving into something that's totally shaking up cybersecurity. A new force called the AI agent. And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi concept. This is happening right now, and for a really good reason. The stakes are just getting way too high.
So why do we even need these things? Well, just get your head around this number, 22,111. That's how many security alerts an average company gets hit with every single week. I mean, think about that. It's a total flood of data. There's just no way a human team can keep up with that.
And that right there is the core of the issue. The fight just isn't fair. It's asymmetric. You've got these incredibly smart human teams, but they're struggling. And it's because they're up against threats that are automated, that are moving at machine speed. It's a completely different kind of battle.
So we're in this state of what you could call cybersecurity overload. And, it proves one thing for sure. The way we've always done cybersecurity, it's just not cutting it anymore. We're hitting a wall.
It's really no surprise then that so many organizations are turning to AI for help. I mean, look at this. A whopping 67% are already using AI to try and get a handle on this. This isn't some 5-year plan. It's an emergency button they're pushing right now.
Okay, so if AI is the answer, what does that actually look like? Well, let me introduce you to the hero of our story today, the AI agent. You can really think of it as your brand new AI analyst.
And here's what's so critical to understand. An AI agent isn't just some fancy alarm system. It's way more than that. It's an intelligent software, an analyst that's actually authorized to monitor, to learn, and, this is the big one, to act through your team. And it does it all at the speed of a machine. So you're probably wondering, how on earth does it do all that? It's not magic, even though it kind of sounds like it. It's really a combination of a few key technologies that give it some pretty incredible superpowers. First up, you've got machine learning. This lets it chew through just mountains of data to figure out what's normal and what's not. Then there's natural language processing, or NLP. This basically gives it the ability to read and understand text. Like in a security report or a sketchy email, just like a person would. And finally, and this is so cool, there's reinforcement learning. This lets it learn from its own mistakes and successes. So when it blocks an attack, it remembers how. It's constantly learning, getting smarter literally every single day. And when you put it side by side with the old way of doing things, the difference is it's night and day. Your traditional tools, they're static. They just follow a fixed set of rules. But AI agents, they're dynamic. They're constantly learning, constantly adapting. Old tools need a human to say okay for every little thing, which creates huge delays. These agents can act on their own in milliseconds. This is a massive shift, okay? We're going from manual, slow processing to real-time defense on a huge scale. It's not just an upgrade, it's a whole new game.
Now, having this kind of capability leads to a total revolution in how we think about security. We're talking about a move to proactive defense. It means we can finally stop playing defense, back on our heels, and start actively hunting for threats before they even have a chance to land a punch.
This whole revolution really comes down to 3 huge changes. First, we go from being reactive, just cleaning up the mess after an attack, to being proactive and actually stopping threats before they happen. Second, we move from manual to automated. No more waiting for a person to click a button. We're talking responses in seconds, not hours. And third, we go from a static defense to an adaptive one. So instead of using last year's playbook, we've got a defense that's learning and evolving just as fast as the bad guys are. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but let's make it real. Let's walk through a classic cybersecurity headache, that suspicious 3 a.m. data download. So first, the AI agent is just watching. It's quietly learning what normal looks like for a particular employee. It sees, okay, this person logs in from Portland, usually between 9 and 5. They access these kinds of files, use this much data. It's building a trusted picture, a baseline of normal behavior. But what happens when that nice, predictable pattern suddenly gets broken? This is where the magic happens. All of a sudden, it's Sunday at 3 in the morning. A login comes in from a totally new location. A minute later, that same account starts poking around in sensitive files it has never, ever touched before. And then it starts downloading gigabytes of data.
Now, a traditional system, it might miss this entirely because no single one of those actions breaks a specific rule. But the AI agent, it sees the whole picture. It sees the pattern, knows it's a huge red flag, and flags it instantly.
And that is what proactive defense looks like in the real world. The key thing here is that the threat gets flagged, or even better, automatically shut down before the damage is done. That sensitive data, it never even makes it out the door.
But here's the thing. This amazing technology doesn't exist in a bubble. The good guys aren't the only ones getting smarter. We're now walking right into a new era, the era of AI versus AI.
Because, and this is the catch, right? The attackers are using AI too. They're using it to build malware that changes on the fly and to craft phishing emails that are so good they can fool almost anyone. So what that means is, having defensive AI isn't some nice-to-have luxury anymore. It's an absolute necessity. You've got to fight AI with AI.
Now, of course, this isn't all smooth sailing. There are some big challenges. You've got the black box problem, like, can we really trust a decision if we don't fully get how the AI made it? Then there are massive questions around data privacy. And, kind of ironically, we're going to need a whole new kind of expert to manage the AI that's managing our security.
So how do we tackle all that? It really comes down to a major shift in how we think about it. The old idea of man versus machine is it's wrong. The future, the winning strategy is man with machine.
Think of it like this. In this new partnership, the AI agents do all the heavy lifting. They do the tireless data crunching, the automation, the instant responses. But the humans, we bring the stuff that can't be replaced. Our creativity, our strategy, our ethical judgment. We're still the strategists, we're still the investigators, and at the end of the day, we're the ones in charge.
So here's the bottom line. The fight for our digital world isn't man versus machine anymore. It's our team, that's humans plus our AI partners, against their team. And the only real question left to ask is, are we ready for that fight?